El canal y hoy estamos aquí con Juego de Tronos. Y
Ese juego lo tengo yo, tío,
claro, sí,
pero
esto lo
no me
dieron
gusta.
gratis. Y bueno, estoy aquí con Juanjo, que Juanjo también está haciendo su directo y tal.
Hola,
Y
¿qué
bueno,
tal,
yo lo que
chavala?
voy a hacer es, porque la cámara este es un juego muy audiovisual, ¿vale? Lo que voy a hacer es cambiar la cámara de sitio, ¿vale? Pantalla azul un momento. Tirorí, tirorí, toti. Ajustes avanzados. La voy a poner abajo la cámara. Yo creo que lo voy a poner ahí. O inferior derecha, yo creo inferior derecha queda bien. Ahí. Ya está, perfecto. Así está perfecto. Así que bueno, vamos a empezar, ¿vale? Conectando, buscando DLCs. Tengo descargado, no sé si son los dos o tres primeros capítulos, ¿vale? Los tengo todos, pero bueno, descargados tengo esos de momento. Que bueno, que para empezar está bien y si veo que os gusta y tal. Y también si veo que me gusta a mí, que obviamente también me tiene que gustar a mí el juego, lo seguiré y lo continuaré. Aprovecha al máximo tu experiencia en Juego de Tronos. Crea una cuenta de Telltale o inicia sesión ahora. Una cuenta que puedes mantener el día, no tienes el resto de juegos. No, gracias. ¿Ves? A ver, episodios. Pone actualizando contenido conectando al servidor, ¿vale? Ahora mismo tengo el episodio 1, el 2.
Ay,
Tengo instalado el primero y el segundo. Jugar. Espérate, a ver un momentín. Espera. Voy a hacer una cosa, ¿vale? Porque no me fío ni un pelo. Y es ajustes. Me dicen, de normal me han dicho que la música de este tipo de juego no tiene copy, ¿vale? Pero vamos, que no me fío.
puedo marcharme.
Ahí.
Experiencia ñana.
La voy a dejar en 4. Yo creo que está bien, brillo 6.
Vamos. Muy de pie.
Vale. Y bueno. A ver. Ahora. Jugar. Iniciar episodio 1. Los norteños no olvidan jamás. No sé si me dará tiempo a acabar hoy el primer episodio entero, ¿vale? Y si no me da tiempo, no pasa nada. Lo continuamos otro día y ya está. Este juego se adapta a tus decisiones. Esta historia se
¡Mierda!
adapta a tu forma de jugar. Durante miles de años, los integrantes de la casa Forrester han sido vandalizados leales a la casa Stark. En la profunda de Wolfwood cosechan los árboles de palofierro. Ahora el norte ha sido destrozado por la guerra y las casas rivales quieren el palofierro de los Forrester para su propio beneficio. Y el destino de la casa Forrester pende de un hilo. Vale. Hostia, cómo mola. Y gráficamente es la leche, es decir, así me gusta empezar los juegos. Cantando y bebiendo alcohol, claro que sí.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
Vale,
Set
ese vamos
free
a ser
by women.
nosotros. Ese es el
You'd think he
protagonista.
done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Vale, creo que la cámara la he puesto en un sitio, vamos, buenísimo. Es decir, vale, coger.
Make sure it's spotless
Nada,
this
nada, es otra
time.
cosa.
Lord
Soy yo.
Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
No,
Ya está. Vale, espada limpia.
That is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that.
Sí, no.
I say
El
that as a friend.
ninja mejor.
And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
You don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, they'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. And round his
Una
ankle
vez
as
tenemos
10 others took
un
him down.
aliado.
See? What do I tell you?
Gráficamente el juego es bestial, es decir,
Forrester,
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
you're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning
Pero aunque
Norrin's
haya salvado a
story.
Félix, no voy a
It's
usarlo.
more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach. House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
Pues nada, vamos a ver. Qué guapo.
Fetch your coat.
Escudo,
Tonight we celebrate.
un escudo, qué bueno. Pues me lo llevo.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north!
The king
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the
Whoa.
Young Wolf's
¿Dónde está
army
aquí?
and ride as the vanguard.
Gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
el norte recuerda.
North remembers!
Sí, qué bueno.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question, what's to be done with you? It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
With me, my lord?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who
Vale,
had their
pues
doubts
Juanjo se ha salido del grupo, por lo que se ve, no sé por qué.
But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
Juanjo,
That I don't doubt. But for
Hola.
now, keep
¿Qué ha
it
pasado?
between us. We're celebrating.
Pero que se me ha ido otra vez
I wouldn't want the
el
other
audio del grupo.
squires to feel
ay
discouraged.
señor.
Yes, my lord.
Now go and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Demonios, vacío. Escudero, trae más vino. Y si no quiero, ¿qué pasa?
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
No hay problema.
No problem. I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Claro. Sin problema, venga, vamos.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norrin. See, that's why you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming,
¿Te gustaría hacer los honores?
but not by much.
Just shut your mouth.
It's the truth. It's not like I'm making it up. All I'm saying is, at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all
Claro.
I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time.
Venga, vamos a animarlo.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it.
¿Por qué me quedé?
How much
¿Por qué me quedé?
further?
It's right over there.
Los gemelos, fortaleza de la casa Frey, la boda roja.
Take your time.
You lot have
ese.
drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
Oh, oh.
Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Hostia.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
El programa Gortis. Él.
What's
llamado
wrong with him?
programa Gortis.
Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Vamos a salvarlo.
But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? Don't need
Nada
a
más.
fucking run. Not gonna die of thirst.
Corre.
Run!
A lo mejor he hecho mal, tendría que ir a avisar a Lord Forrester, pero yo creo que es mejor salvar aquí a nuestro camarada que al Lord. Que al Lord de este sitio. ¡Uf! Izquierda. Venga, vamos.
Garrett, we have to get back.
A gift from the king.
¡Toma! Es jodido el control este de R2 y tal.
Claro, sí. Yo ya me cansé ya de ese juego, tío.
Ready, boys.
Buah, yo estoy con Juego de Tronos, que es una maravilla.
Pues ya a mí me parece una mierda el juego.
Que Juego de Tronos, madre mía. No sé lo que dices. Voy para arriba.
Creo que para ti una pasada, pero para mí a mí...
Toma, le he dado. Perfecto. Hoy va. Pero ya has terminado el directo, Juanjo.
Sí, ya he terminado.
Ah, vale.
Es que parece ser que...
Venga, 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 venga,
Bueno,
venga.
gente,
Vamos.
hasta aquí el episodio 1 de Borderlands. Llevo 2 horas y 21 minutos.
Izquierda.
Bueno,
Abajo.
mañana haré más
Triángulo.
Bueno, gente,
X.
os dejo con el directo de Nicolás Cool. Y...
Que me mata, que me mata, que me ahoga. Izquierda. Derecha. Izquierda. Ahí te quedas. Toma. Ole. Adiós.
Good fucking riddance.
Uf.
find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see
Intenté
him or
salvarlo.
not?
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Venga, vamos. Uf. Hostia.
You fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
No, este no se salva.
Seven hells.
You're wounded,
Está
my
herido.
lord.
I've suffered worse.
Hostia, ¿cómo está? Este no se salva.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
¿Cómo vas, Samu?
I'll be
Bien.
damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
No lo abandonaré.
I won't leave you, my
You
lord.
can, and you will.
My lord,
By
I-
the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your uncle Duncan. The future of
Juro
the
que lo
house
haré.
may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters. With love.
Ah, no, es que no tenía nada que hacer. Bueno, pues empezamos bien el primer capítulo de Juego de Tronos.
Ya te digo.
Tirori, tirori, tirori. La entrada de Juego de Tronos, que por cierto me encanta. Es una entrada muy bestia. La música de este juego y de la serie es muy bestia, es decir, es increíble. Eso sí, espero que no me metan copy. Que ahora vamos, no creo. Además le he bajado... Mira, a Juanjo se le ha ido otra vez el internet. Está teniendo muchos problemas con el internet. Me encanta. Es que me encanta. Ironhurst. ¿La ciudad de hierro? No, Ironhurst no. Sería Iron City en tu caso. Juego de Tronos. Ahí estamos, vamos. Episodio 1 del hielo hierro. Tierra de los Forrester, camino real. Una historia de Telltale de... Vale, dirección Marte, etcétera, etcétera. Vale. Yo la verdad es que para mí... Telltale... Otros juegos no sé, pero este... Es que es una maravilla. En realidad, en el territorio de los Forrester. Juanjo, he leído lo que ponía. Y por cierto, ¿qué ha pasado? ¿Se te ha ido el internet? A ver, aquí, esto. Mirar. Sangre.
Fresh.
Venga, vamos. Madre mía, qué maravilla. ¿Cómo se ve? No, lo he apagado porque no quiere jugar más. Ah, vale.
That's Father's car.
Oh, oh. Es el carro de papá, dice. Oh, oh.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon. Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
Desfundar
I'm going
espada.
to kill you.
Vamos. Te vas a enterar.
Is that so? You can try if you like.
O a lo mejor no hubiera tocado, depende de lo que hubiera hecho, pero vamos, que sí, sí.
My
Que son mis tierras y que te vayas a tu casa, hombre.
Lord Bolton is the new warden of the North. I reckon he like a proper lordly sword like that.
Eh.
No. I'll have that sword, boy.
Eso es lo que te crees tú. Ven a por ella.
Bastard.
Hostia.
Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
No, pero esto no ha acabado. ¡Oh, el hacha! Hombre, el hacha, claro que el hacha. Para abajo. ¡Uf! ¡Toma! ¡Dios! Venga, siguiente. Ahora tú, venga. Toma. Para mí la espada. Hostia, qué cabrón. Uf. Uf. Toma. Perfecto. Piedad, por favor, te lo ruego. Venga, vamos a tener piedad. Dice, eso me dolió hasta a mí. Vale. Tito, tirorito, tirorito, tirorito.
Father?
Garrett, you survived.
Garrett, estás vivo.
Your sister,
Tu hermana.
she hid.
Ah, vale. Hostia.
I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Ironrath. Fortaleza de la casa Forrester.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two White Hill soldiers?
And a Bolton. killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
No pasa nada, tendremos nuestra venganza. Farfalla vendetta.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
Lo haría de nuevo.
Again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ah. No jodas, qué asco. Le va a echar gusanos ahí dentro. Le ha echado Ah.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery
Qué
and
asco.
betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Roderick and Lord Forrester. We can avenge them.
And attack House Frey. Now is the time to find allies, not enemies. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Eso no fue lo que pasó.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Vale.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Vale.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look, I'll show you.
La silla del Lord.
An ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world. The foresters owe their lives to this wood, and the weapons that come from it. I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Vale, creo... Falta esto, los suministros. Tocar.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess. This might help.
Vale, me quedo con eso. Esto también. Vale, pues ya está. Qué cara pone. Mostrar espada. Alucina con mi espada.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. Even a sword as strong as this would barely make a dent in a shield like that.
Hablar con él.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Sí, ya puedo irme.
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
You saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to
Luchó
know.
con valentía.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
This belongs with Ethan now. He's the new lord of the house.
Thank you, Garrett.
Vale, Juanjo.
My lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
Uncle, you can't send me to the wall. I'm not a criminal.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I won't put others at risk. I'll go.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Vale, pues ya está.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
La verdad es que de momento me está gustando bastante. Y eso sí, hacía mucho que no jugaba un juego de este tipo. El último fue Life in Strange, si mal no recuerdo. Todavía está herido, va cojeando.
I know you're not a criminal, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
You're the only family I have left.
In my heart, I know I'll see you again.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sigo sin saber qué es, pero bueno.
It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
No se lo he dicho a nadie.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Vale. Claro, porque a la mujer no se lo hemos contado y creo que no se lo hemos contado a nadie más.
Iron from ice.
Del hielo, hierro.
From ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll make you proud.
You already have.
Vale. Pues de momento creo que no he hecho ninguna mala acción, de momento.
Garrett, wait.
Esa es la hermana, si no me equivoco. Collar de Talia.
Be safe.
Venga, vamos. Uf. Vale.
Ethan? Ethan!
Ethan Forrester, Lord de la Casa Forrester.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game. Ryan, look who we've found.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
A stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is
Garrett is
fuerte.
strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
Anda.
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
No lo sabe, pero sabe que no es nada
You should
bueno.
let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise.
Prometo que no cambiaré.
I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
Tantos como
as many
quieras.
as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Qué bueno.
Why not?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Y es que encima prácticamente son niños, ¿eh? Es
What's
decir,
the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay.
recordarle
With
quién
his
es el
family.
Lord.
I might remind you, Sir Royland. I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Toma.
Of course, my lord.
Ya callar.
It's okay. You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
A mí me vas a ordenar. A mí me vas a dar a mí me vas a dar órdenes. Sí, sí.
Lord Whitehill is in the lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here.
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to his house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can
Puedo
handle
encargarme de esto.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Venga, vamos. Madre mía, que va a estallar la guerra. Voy a hacer que estalle la guerra.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord.
Dar las gracias. No te voy a dar la mano, lo siento.
My only
Desgraciado.
regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
No me pongas a prueba.
Young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too
Demasiado
young to
joven
know
para
when
saber
you're in
cuándo no
over
tiene
your head.
salida.
And no bread and salt. What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
My apologies. Please forgive us.
Forgive you? Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Hostia.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's
Ya
enough,
basta.
Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
A ver.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Mentira.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
¿Ahora
You
qué?
lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their time.
Sí, eso es lo que te crees tú.
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
Me he encargado de ello.
He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What?
No,
Gone?
no te voy a decir dónde está.
That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
¿Ahora qué?
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for
Gracias
coming,
por venir.
Lord Whitehill.
Vale.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Adiós.
That lad
A tu casa.
will be lord of this house. But Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're
Eres un
a
cobarde.
craven, Lord Whitehill.
Eso para que te acuerdes de mí. Toma ya.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us.
Vale.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie
Mira
Tyrell's
Forrester,
favor.
la fortaleza roja,
And
King's
Lady
Lady.
Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
Vale. Caja de palofierro. A ver, ¿qué hay aquí? Leer.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Vale.
Ethan made this for me. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Vale, y falta esto. Moneda de Yunkai.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Vale, pues ya está. Leer.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Vale, a ver.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Dejarle entrar,
No,
joder,
it's
pobrecico.
Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm
Estoy
just
preocupada.
worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
You were eavesdropping?
No, not at all. I was just passing by and I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Pobrecico.
Good night, my lady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Vale. A ver, ¿qué pasa?
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Oh.
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Vale.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Vale. Hostia, el trono de las espadas, cómo mola.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Well? Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
La tía esta va de huello, ¿eh?
Yes,
Tiene el
Your
mismo
Grace.
Su Alteza.
They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all, is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Voy a joder un poco.
Also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
There are limits, Your Grace.
Perhaps, but not if your house faces potential ruin.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Hola, cazador. Pues que me metan copy.
Should she be held accountable?
Me da igual. Es decir, solo escucho a su corazón. Que me metan copy. Ya tengo ahí un par de vídeos directos con copy, que me da igual. Si no es por la música, es por otra cosa. Y si no, rebujan y rebujan para meterme copy. Así que es que me da igual, cazador. Ya paso. Y unas veces me ponen el copy y en un directo, en un vídeo, y luego me lo quitan, así porque sí. Digo, pues vale, pues nada. De todas formas, la música la he bajado, ¿vale? Para que no se escuche tanto. Pero bueno, ¿qué es eso? Que me da igual que me metan copy a estas alturas.
And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Es la doncella más peligrosa de todo en King's no sé qué. Es capaz de decir cualquier cosa para su provecho. Eso no es muy bueno. Es que qué asco de tía, va de huello, ¿eh? Me gustaría hablar contigo. Pues vale.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Vale. Vale. Pues de momento vamos bien. De momento.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah, what? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. It's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well, which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Ya está, los han pillado.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Pedir su ayuda.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Venga, vale.
Go on. Ask.
If you could ask Joffrey to intervene on behalf of my family. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee. If Joffrey could send a raven and tell the Boltons no one at House Forrester is to be harmed.
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. Please, Lady Marjorie, I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well.
Vale,
I'll make
a
your
ver.
request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Vale, pues ya está. Camino real de Wolfswood. Vaya nombrecito. Vale. Adiós al caballo. Ahora sí que sí. Por los 7 infiernos, joder. Es que hay 7. Hostia.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy. What with all that bloody noise?
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Vale, tenemos que asomarnos. Exacto, ahí ya está.
Foresters.
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen. Hear that? I know I heard something.
No te muevas.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Vale, perfecto. No, no puedo correr porque estos van a caballo. Sí, como corra, me pillan. Vale. Vale. Uf. La leche, lo han quemado entero. Uf. Qué dolor. Madre mía.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move.
Oh.
Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric
Qué hostia la ha
was
metido.
supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. No. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
The men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the wall.
Show him mercy, Lord. He stole from us. Make him pay for what he's... Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall.
A ver.
Take his fingers. Thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Mostrar piedad.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief.
He's also a father, trying to help his children after we failed him. I cannot punish a man for our negligence.
You're rewarding a man who has no loyalty or honor.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
Prefiero ser bondadoso que cruel. A ver, luego al final las cosas... Luego al final voy a pasar factura.
But a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course. It can weigh on any lord.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here. The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Vale. Uf. Oh. Creo que sé a quién elegir, pero bueno.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Aún no.
No, I'm not ready just yet.
Let me know when you are, my lord.
Vale.
Do it like you mean it.
Con esto no me deja hablar. Tampoco. Ser Royland. ¿Cómo que va a ser que no? Malcolm.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do. Showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him. To help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my
Vale.
mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice, and I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Vale.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment.
Duncan.
So Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Pues vale, vamos a quedarnos con Duncan. Ya está decidido. Duncan, ¿dónde estás? Sir Royland. Me ha dicho Duncan, ¿no?
Duncan.
Sí, es este.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage. And I regret any action you disapprove of.
It's a clever strategy.
I do hope that's a good thing, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Dar el brazal.
I've decided to name you as my sentinel.
Es que el otro no me cae nada bien.
Thank you, my lord. I'm honored. But are you sure?
Yes,
Sí, lo estoy.
of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept.
Todos hablan bien de él.
First, you must summon the small council, my
Y es que el otro lo
lord,
que ha
to make it
hecho
official.
antes, como que no.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
Venga, vamos a volver a hablar con él.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Sí, lo
Yes,
estoy.
Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Vale, ya está. Es que el otro no me cae nada bien. Y lo que hace tampoco me gusta.
may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Lo siento, pero
You will be my sentinel.
Duncan va a ser mi centinela.
This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice.
Es que no me gusta Royland, pero nada. No me gusta nada.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all of us.
Dejan discutir.
Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Vale, y a callar todo el mundo.
Able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
¿Qué propones?
What do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Tomaremos el camino de la
A
diplomacia.
certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
Es que el tío va siempre a la guerra y no.
Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Not another word.
Your father would not approve, my lord.
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Vale, perfecto.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you.
Vale. Pues ya está.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Venga, a ver. Enviar a
Fine.
Malcolm.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Vale, ya está.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Vale. Madre mía. Qué harta de decisiones, por Dios. Aposentos de Lady Margaery. La fortaleza roja, que es Lady... Vale. Recoger. Devolver la llave. No, no vamos a quedarnos. Nada. No vamos a quedar, no vamos a quedarnos nada porque si no.
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know. Thank you.
Se va a quedar todo tal y como está.
Look, the other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important
Yo creo que
friends
estoy
and
tomando,
allies are
yo
in
creo,
King's
vale,
Landing.
creo que estoy
Just
tomando
know
las
I will
decisiones
be here
adecuadas,
for you
creo.
forever. My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
¿Cómo está Joffrey? ¿Qué dijo? ¿Está todo bien?
Are you all right, my lady?
Qué
The
cara.
king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Vale.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
Me alegro de
I'm
verte.
glad to see you.
Thank you, milady.
Hmm.
I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can I trust you? There are spies everywhere in King's Landing.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Pero... Hostia. No lo entiendo si sirve en el castillo porque se esconde.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here.
Vale. Vamos a ir al menú, ¿vale? Porque quiero comprar una cosa. Ok. Y vamos a dejarlo aquí porque no me da tiempo, ¿vale? Quiero... Bueno, pero antes de nada quiero ver una cosa. Jugar. Continuar episodio 1. Vale. Se queda justo en el sitio, si no me equivoco. Vale. Pues, a ver. Vamos a dejarlo justo aquí, ¿vale? No me da tiempo a terminar el episodio 1, ¿vale? Porque me tengo que ir, lo siento mucho. Espero, sinceramente, espero que os haya gustado este directo sorpresa, ¿vale? De empezando esta nueva serie. A mí la verdad es que de momento Juego de Tronos me está gustando mucho. Y la verdad es que me está gustando mucho la historia de este juego. Y bueno, la verdad es que te da a tomar decisiones bastante difíciles, ¿vale? Tienes que pensar muchas cosas, tienes que ver las cosas que hace cada personaje para tomar ciertas decisiones. Y bueno, lo dicho, espero que os haya gustado el directo, a los que habéis estado y a los que os habéis pasado. Si os ha gustado, darle like, si no dislike, ya sabéis que podéis poner lo que queráis. Una vez subido podéis poner también los comentarios que queráis. Y nos vemos en el próximo directo, ¿vale? Hasta la próxima. Adiós.